All right, so we begin. It's 2023, and
Episode 101.
And we're here.
You survived it.
We survived it. I mean, literally, I did. Literally.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Because
you were sick the last few days of 2022.
And 2023. Thank God not COVID related. Thank God. Had that thing cleared up right away because I thankfully have a COVID test kit here, which I applied to myself immediately once I felt the symptoms and go, oh hell, not again.
Shit feels
not this again. Not this again.
Feels similar, huh?
Yeah, so I immediately and thank the Lord above in heaven, surrounded by the little baby angels with wings, flapping around all giggly. The test came out negative. Like negative as all heck. Like hell no. It should have come out with letters. Hell no, you ain't got no COVID.
Nah, you good.
You good. So I was like, at least that's one thing out of my shoulders. But still feel like garbage. So I still have lingering symptoms like headache, which not to bore people, we're still going medically on that. Had a bunch of tests. Like I told you yesterday, a bunch of blood and piss was taken out of me. So do with that information what you will. Well, the doctor will. Literally.
He will.
Literally. Hope she doesn't bathe herself in it. That's a target. See, I can't do the squeaky clean thing. I can't do it. Okay, weirdest ass intro ever. This is the Husky Bible podcast. In case you didn't know,
I hope you do by now.
Exactly, because
the few that have been here.
Yeah, the few of you who have taken this course of horror, of audio horror, should be inoculated at this time.
The funny thing is, you want to do video too, so you just want to kill them all together, huh?
Hey, you know, if our voice doesn't kill them, we'll kill them with our looks.
Yeah, the white beards.
Yeah, I'm almost getting Santa Claus level. It's so weird. A guy that goes to church with me, we look so similar, and yet he has a beard too. And he's chunky and husky like me. Mm-hmm. But his hair is white as silver, and his beard is dark as Batman's costume.
He must dye that thing then.
No, he doesn't. That's the thing. He doesn't. His wife would tell me. His wife has no BS filter in her system. His wife has no BS filter and his wife tells me no, he doesn't. The beard just comes dark, and his hair is just silver. And he's my age. We're both of the same year.
Got some messed up genes.
And then me, I got mostly dark hair, and my beard is just going like, can I get a shade of whiter? Can I get any whiter?
Yeah, you're going all white.
Yeah.
I got patches on each side of my chin.
No. My beard is just going the side. Like, forget all this dark crap. Let's just go white. Next year, for the Santa Claus dressing thing that I did,
you're gonna be perfect.
It's like when they come with me with the beard, like, what are you giving me this for? No, this deal's all good. It's all good. Even one of the kids recognized me a few days ago. It was like, wait a minute.
Hold on. You look like someone I know.
Wait a minute. Aren't you son? And then everybody was like, oh, no. And I was like, maybe. Anyways, so this was the year in review of 2022.
It would have been fucked up. You were like, you know what? I think it's time for you guys to know. It ain't no Santa around here, okay? It's me.
There is no Santa Claus. There is no Santa Claus.
All
Damn
those
it!
cookies that you leave out, your dad eats them.
Then I would have gone all Vince McMahon voice, which hint spoilers. That's coming.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. We're going to talk a whole lot of Vinnie Mac.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're only going to talk Vinnie Mac here. Because
maybe. I mean,
there's situations.
Yeah. Not to bury the lead, but holy. I mean, talk about a man who decided, like, you know what? F all this. let's just burn the whole thing to the ground right now.
In the words of Bernie Mac, fuck him.
Exactly.
Fuck 'em. I'm going to do what I want to do.
Boy, this boy will leave in Valhalla. like burning burning the boats with the bodies. Like he put all the bodies on that boat. He
Every
just
single one of
torched
them.
them. He
Come
just
on,
torched
man.
them.
Here,
He just
you go here.
torched them all. You can see the blaze from heaven. Anyway, let's not bury the lead. Let's talk about something a little else. Because I have a little cheat sheet here, a list that I go through. We'll try to avoid Vinnie Mac for now, but we're gonna get there. Eventually, we're gonna get there.
All roads lead to Vinnie Mac.
Yeah, I mean, this podcast is 70% dedicated to Vinnie Mac. Like he's paying us. We're in his payroll.
He's paying us, but then we gotta pay him back.
Exactly. Then you're gonna talk good about me, damn it. Anyway, so my favorite go-to thing in the comic book world is DC Comics because unfortunately, I have to say this now. Like, unfortunately, adding that title in front, I am a DC mark. Like I'm a DC
sorry.
file. I am, and I'm sorry about that because it just seems that DC's just hitting a nosedive and doesn't know where to hit the ground yet.
Oh, they're free falling.
It's been free falling for a minute, and they haven't found ground yet. Dude, finally crash and burn, finally get there.
Nah,
but it's like DC is like the Impact Wrestling of comic books. It just keeps on living despite of failures upon failures upon failures. And unfortunately, in this case, there's a rumor going out there that DC executives want to keep Ezra Miller as the Flash, even after. And in case you don't know who Ezra Miller is the guy who played Flash in the Batman v Superman and then on the Justice League movie. So Ezra Miller last year had a very colorful year, to say the least. You know, like kidnapping kids, stalking kids. You know, being a pedo. Basically being a pedo. Yeah, basically. And and we're not going to go to the whole politics side. We're not going to go there. But
we already went there.
No, because there's deeper stuff that I won't even go there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because then we're going to have to open a whole nother kind of worms, and let's not go there because we're trying to keep this happy-go-lucky, not going into the dark stuff because the world is dark enough. We don't need to add another shade. So basically, this dude is messed up, has a lot of deep issues. He don't even know who the heck he is. And this dude, like in any normal, logical sense of the word of being, you know, the world being normal, his ass would have been fired like 80,000 million years ago, right? His ass would have been fired. DC wants to keep him because the movie's good. Now, not crapping or poo-pooing on the actor's ability because he's a good actor. That aside, he seems to have issues, and I'm not going to call him a horrible human being or any of that because he has been going through psychiatric evaluations and constantly been going to some mental health to get all that stuff, all that clutter out of his head. And kudos for him for that, but that doesn't excuse what he did because we're talking about actions. This is not thoughts. These are actions on children. And I'm sorry. He's getting help. Good for him. Awesome. Great. Hope he gets better. I hope he understands the actions of what he has done. But that does not excuse the actions that were made. So I believe in action and reaction. You know, cause and effect. Reap what you sow. Call it whatever you want. The thing is, if he did it, however effed up his head was, and you're noticing that I'm trying to control my language. So, so I'm trying to control. New Year's resolution is not to be such a potty mouth. Okay, so if people are like, "Whoa,"
we want the old person. We want the old person.
We want the potty mouth. We listen because you cuss a lot. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to raise a nice human being, and last night she heard me cussing in a storm, and I didn't feel good. So I'm sorry. So, anyways,
Pow.
So, anyways, this dude, although he's getting the help he needs, that does not excuse what he did. So, I believe that the consequences of his actions should be get his ass out of that role. I don't care how good he is. You were a pedo. That's a no-no. I was a parent. That's a no-no. Somebody touch my kid, I'm gonna stop believing in God in a minute. It's me taking actions in my hands pretty damn quick. Somebody touch my kid, you can best believe things are gonna go down south real damn quick.
Yeah, that's a line you don't cross.
You don't do that. So, as a father, I'm sorry I have to be biased in this subject. Unfortunately, I have to be biased. But then again, if you have a 12-year-old daughter, some fool mess around with her, I think you're going to feel what I feel. I think. I mean, if you're normal.
Well, let's hope they feel.
Yeah, exactly. If
feel.
you're normal. So, yeah, like, look, I tried to be on the good side with James Gunn and the other dude, who I still don't remember his name, who are running DC now because they let go of Henry Cavill, which I said was a horrible idea. I believe I did say that I do not approve of that idea, but I was willing to give him a chance. I was willing to, like, you know what? Maybe they do have a plan. Maybe, like, let's see the whole thing develop. But if this turns out to be true about the Ezra Miller thing, I'm cutting ties with DC. I don't know, man. Like, I've been very patient with them. I've been very, very, very patient. This is a dude who went to the movie theater, saw Batman and Robin when it came out. You want to tell me if I'm a patient man for DC, I done proved my colors.
Yeah, you loyal.
I'm loyal. And I saw that piece of garbage. I want to poke my eyes out. I want to bleach my eyes out after seeing that. But then I remembered I won't be able to see anything more, and that will be the last image imprinted in my head. I was like, hell no, that ain't going to happen.
No, don't do that to yourself.
No. So I don't know what to do about DC now, man. Like, I hope that's not true. It's a rumor. But you know how these things turned out to be. And DC don't exactly have the best track record. You know? So I just hope. But from one bad news to the worst case scenario in the wrestling world, yes, we will go there now. We shall go there now. Vinnie Mac is back in WWE.
And he came back.
Cue the no chance in hell.
No chance. No chance. That's what you got.
And unbelievably, he's doing all of this from the comfort of his own home. He hasn't moved from his house. Look, I'm going to explain this because I did educate myself in the subject matter before talking about this, because we were not just going to talk. We have to have some basis to which to talk to this. The man, Vinnie Mac, VKM, Mr. My Dingus is community property. Mr. Minkia Juice Sprayer.
Oh, shit. Joey D.
Mr. Minkia Juice Sprayer.
Always showing up.
Hell, we got to give honor to where honor is due. Uncle Joey is... what can I say? Uncle Joey is the man.
Yeah.
Uncle Joey is the man. Anyways. So, Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon, hence why we call him VKM. As you know, as we've talked about this in nauseated ways, that he was forced to resign or retire, quote unquote, from WWE due to all the Minky juice spraying that he did and the hush hush money that he paid out.
And also basically just making divas in the back room community property also. Oh, I'm done with her. You can have her.
Exactly. After he finished evaluating her, quote unquote, passed her around. Some of those girls, well, one is specifically unalived herself. So that's no joke.
That's no joke.
That's no joke. We're not gonna make fun of that. Anyway, so basically, we're not dealing here with a good Christian. basically.
Yeah, he going to hell.
Yeah, we're not dealing here with a good Christian boy. But nonetheless, turns out, well, not turns out, it was always the case. Vince McMahon owns 87% of the voting power in the board of directors in WWE because he has Class B stock. And he is the only one in the board that had that kind of power. The only person after Vince that has majority voting power in the board of directors is his estranged wife, Linda McMahon, who has 8%. Stephanie, who is the CEO, mind you, the co-CEO, because she's co-CEO with Nick Khan. Stephanie McMahon, who is the co-CEO of the company, only has 1%.
What the fuck?
She only has 1%, and she's the boss. And she's the boss.
Is she really the boss?
And she's the boss. And Vinny, it turns out that Vinny could have pulled this power play from the get-go. He just chose to sit at home for 6 months, do nothing. Then in December, something bit his ass and just told him, "You gonna let these motherfuckers take it?" Like, who you is? Who you is?
Who you think you are?
Who you is?
I'm taking my shit back.
You Vinny Mac. You Vinny Mac. It's time to show these people who you is. Time to show these people who you is.
With his strut. Just...
He's like, that's right, goddammit. I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon, dammit. I'm gonna show them that I have the balls the size of grapefruits.
They're hanging down to my knees, but they're still grapefruits.
So the prophecy he did back in 2002 of saying he's going to inject the company with lethal poison, and that time was the NWO, has been fulfilled. The man came back and pretty much gave the board of directors an ultimatum and told them, I've been hearing that it's time to renegotiate the TV deals and that some of y'all got this itch about selling the company. Oh my. Guess what? I got 87% vote. And if y'all don't reinstate me in the board of the directors, y'all ain't getting shit. I'm going to block every decision that you make just to spite yourselves. Just for giggles. I'll do it just for giggles because I'm Vince McMahon. And they were like, damn, we didn't see this one coming. Okay. So I guess we're going to reinstate you then. But wait, I'm bringing a couple of my fools with me in that board just to make sure that this voting power that I got is going to be amplified. And guess who I'm going to fire from the board? The people that be investigating my stuff.
You know too much.
Oh my God! Oh, like these plots keep like you read the whole thing how it went down. It's like, oh, he took these 6 months just to plot the investigation, just to find out who were the fools who started the investigation on him. So, oh, it was you and him. Oh, your ass is out.
Oh, you helped them find the information? Yeah, you were going to.
So
I guess he went through it. I guess to just be like, oh, these guys got my back. They ain't gonna do me like that.
Now, I want to clear up. As of right now, as of recording time, he has not taken full power of the WWE, so he is not the CEO. He's just the majority voter in the board of directors so far. He has not shown up in Stanford. He has not shown up in any of the live events. As per reports right now, he's still at home. He's just handling business from home. He's not even showing up to Stanford, to the old or the new offices, because the new office, I think they're going to move in March. It's in March when they're going to move.
It's almost done.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I've seen the pictures. It's actually a very beautiful building.
Yeah, they took over a nice building.
Anyways, so, and also it seemed, and Vinnie Mac himself, on a letter that he sent to the board of directors, he said, everything is running smoothly, so I don't want to stop anything. So everybody who is running stuff, they keep their jobs. I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes For now.
For now.
For now. So for now, Triple H is still head of creative, and for now, Stephanie and Nick Khan are still the co-CEOs of WWE. For now, but for what it seems to be happening, and the real reason why he did this power play, it seems that since WWE stock has only grown since he left, there's a high interest on purchasing WWE now, to the point that WWE has acquired the services of JP Morgan to help in the transition of selling WWE. Now,
stupid move.
There is a bunch of buyers, including Disney, including Comcast, including Amazon, but there is a private company owned by some Saudi Arabian people who have money to buy the U.S.
Unlimited money.
No, they have money to buy the entire United States. Build a bridge from Saudi Arabia to the United States, and they still got enough money to make like gasoline stations in the bridge, so people can fill up their tanks on that long ride.
Yeah, dude, that.
So basically, because when I first heard the story, I was like, okay, so he doesn't have control of the company right now, but he's still reaping the benefits because he's a majority shareholder and he has stocks up the yin yang. So whatever money WWE is making, he banking on that more than anybody else. So and these past 6 months have been gangbusters for WWE. They have made money up the yin yang, and he's been reaping all those benefits. So in money wise, he ain't hurting for the longest time.
That man never hurt in his life.
And he has enough money to, by the way, WWE asked him to pay off the hush money back. And he'll be like, well, if he gave us certain conditions, like, well, if there's no any guarantees, yeah, I'll pay some of that back. Some. He's such a dick.
Well, yeah, he thinks with it too.
He's such a dick. Oh my god! Like he just sprayed his minky all over like 16 women. Man, I'm gonna try to say this serious because it's dead serious. He made one of them kill himself, and he's still acting like, oh well. Like, how cold blooded can you be?
What was that thing you said? It was just another Wednesday.
Oh yeah. The whole Bison monologue from Street Fighter. The day Vince McMahon sprayed minky all over the world was the greatest day of your life. For me, it was a Tuesday. Oh my god! Like oh man! Like, but anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, like, he's banking bank regardless.
Regardless if he has his hand in it or not.
But the thing is that he wants to lead, because I guess the whole thing, like I said earlier, the whole NWO speech he gave in 2002, like, I'm going to inject the company with lethal poison because if I can't have it, I can't have this company, then no one will. So I guess it's kind of like life imitating art.
Yeah.
Because if he can't have it, if he can't run it his way, then nobody's going to have it. Now, best case scenario, because I've been thinking about this, because like most of us, we listen to this news as like, well, R.I.P. WWE. You know, you hear that and you're like, well, it's just done. Like what are these idiots going to do? Like, do any of these companies that I mentioned before have any experience whatsoever running a wrestling company? Because as much as Vince McMahon wants to call it sports entertainment, it's a wrestling company. One of the W's in the name is wrestling. One of the W's in that name is wrestling. It has to do with freaking wrestling. Any of those companies know how to deal with it? So I guess, like, best case scenario in my head is like they'll keep the same administration because, duh. Like, do they know how to run a wrestling company? No. They have to keep the people that know. They have to keep people that they know. And right now, if there's been a good track record, is you can count on these past 6 months at least, all these people have done a banger job on giving out a good product to the public out there. Now, the one of the buyers that I don't want to purchase WWE is Warner Brothers Discovery. Why? Because Warner Brothers Discovery owns TNT and TBS. If they buy WWE, guess what happens to AEW? Bye-bye. Because they don't have a place. They won't have a place to put.
Yep. And
these wrestling companies live and die by TV deals.
Yeah, but they can do well. You got Monday Night Raw. Was AEW's on what? Wednesdays?
Wednesday night, but still, that doesn't matter, man. I mean, like, how do you keep a company like? Think about it. If you own WWE, why the hell would you put the competition on your same channel?
Because you're banking on both.
Well, I'm sorry. I think too much like Vince McMahon. He's like, I will destroy my competition.
They're not. They're gonna make them both do good things. I don't think it's gonna. To tell you the truth, they have the higher ups to buy them. But here's the thing: if they do buy them, you best believe Stephanie McMahon and all them are not gonna stay because they already have people running AEW. So they're probably just going to tell them to run that.
No, I don't. What, you think they're going to? Because understand, the Warner Bros. Does not own AEW. They do not own AEW. They're in business with AEW, but they do not own AEW.
They don't own all the rights to them. They just
they own the TV rights. They have a TV deal with AEW. The owner of AEW is Tony Khan, who, by the way, is part owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just to put it in NFL perspective for
who doesn't own Miami teams? There's always a little bit of everybody.
But that's not Miami though. That's Jacksonville, Florida.
It's Florida.
Oh my
God!
How
many? You know how many?
Do not besmirch the good name of Florida. My sister lives there.
I have nothing against Florida. I love Florida. Been to Miami, never stopped through it. I went through it, but never been there. Never been to Jacksonville, but went through it.
Any hoodles.
Anyway, but still.
Any hoodles. AEW is a separate entity. It's a separate company.
To me, the only right people to probably own WWE, if McMahon wants to sell it, would be Amazon.
The sale is imminent.
I'm just saying, if he sells it.
The word out is that the sale could happen as late as March.
I don't think it's gonna happen. To tell you the truth.
Look, the reason Vince McMahon, because all this you have to understand, Vince McMahon he is the shrewd businessman. And he knows, like, I question his creative to the 9th degree, but his business acumen, like, WWE is what it is because of him. He made that company what it is. It's $1 billion company. And he built that motherfucker. There I go. Resolution broken.
Okay, it was broken the moment we opened.
Yeah. Anyways, he built that company from the ground up. He built that sucker. And he knows how to do business. He has over 40 years of experience being the head of that company. He knows it from top to bottom. I do not question his business acumen. So to believe that he just came back just to see or oversee the selling of the company, you best believe he has a plan. You best believe he has something under his sleeve. And it could be that he just wants to make the best sale and make the most money for everybody involved. That could be an option, but that sounds too gracious and too nice for him. I don't know. Maybe I've been watching WWE so long that I just believe this is all a coup for him to grab the company again because he has another company. And he's just like, you know what?
I mean,
psych. He would be like, psych. I bought the company again. It's private now. It's all mine. Mine.
I mean, think about it. How many times did we hear that it was going to sell?
Last year you heard that all the time. But this time it seems more serious because they hired J.P. Morgan now to help with the process of selling. Now, as you know, with the experience with when Disney purchased 20th Century Fox, is not a process that happens overnight. It takes months, sometimes years. So even if they do sell WWE, it's not going to happen like a snap. It's going to take some time because there's some paperwork that needs to be filled out and a lot of details that have to be ironed out, you know?
So they have Comcast.
Uh-huh.
I think you said that. Fox.
Yes.
Disney, what you
Yes.
said. Warner Brothers Discovery, what you said. Netflix.
Uh-huh. Although, look,
Amazon.
like 80% of those people that you just mentioned are last year took a nosedive on them in terms of stock. They were bleeding money all over the place.
Not Amazon.
No, Amazon. I said 80% of them. I didn't say all of them.
Amazon spending $1 billion per year on Thursday Night Football to stream Major League Baseball too.
And you know,
so they're getting into sports.
Yeah,
so they're
because
Amazon
is in the discussion because Amazon is also a possible because like I said before, one of the reasons Vinnie Mac is back is because he wants to renegotiate the TV deals. And right now, Raw and SmackDown, Raw is in USA Network and SmackDown is on Fox right now.
Mm-hmm.
What is being said is that obviously USA wants to keep Raw, so they're gonna keep Raw on USA. But
it's been on USA for the longest.
Yeah, I know, but that's what seems to be the indication. Well, they've been there for years. That only with that spell that they were in Spike TV, now known as Paramount Network. But
yeah, that was for like a year or two.
No, that was like 5 years.
Was it 5 years?
Yes.
Well, remember I stopped watching.
It was like 5 or it was.
I
like
always
5
known
years.
it on USA.
They came back to USA like in 06 or 07.
Okay.
That's when they came back to USA. Anyways, SmackDown, however, is Amazon is making a huge bid, get them into their live sports stuff. So Amazon wants to get SmackDown on their platform. So that's why now they're in the negotiating table also as well for the whole purchasing WWE thing. So
I'll tell you something right now. Amazon buys it. You're not seeing WWE on TV anymore.
No, that's a given. That's a given.
You're gonna have to buy Prime.
Yeah, and I don't know what would happen with Peacock with the whole WWE thing with Peacock.
It would be gone.
Yeah, it would have to go into Amazon as well. They're gonna have to talk with because NBC Universal is owned by Comcast, so that's why Comcast is trying to get it.
I believe it.
That's why they're trying to get there. We go like, hey, we already got the distribution rights for streaming of the WWE product. Why not get the whole shebang?
And then the people that bought UFC, Endor Holdings, they want to buy it too. We're looking into it.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong. No. I am wrong. I remember that it was Sinclair Broadcasting that had owned Ring of Honor. And I don't know if they're in any way, shape, or form associated to Comcast. I don't think they are. Sinclair Broadcasting, I don't think it's associated in any way, shape, or form with Comcast. I don't believe. But if that were the case, that they were, then they do have some experience with dealing with a wrestling company, although small fries. And I apologize for all the Ring of Honor purists out there, but comparing Ring of Honor to WWE, that's small fries. That's small fries. Like a Ring of Honor wouldn't even make the on their best year. That would be like a month of what WWE makes in a month.
The revenue 2.73.
Needless.
They're Bally Sport, I think.
Okay. Well, there you go. So yeah, Comcast doesn't have the wrestling company experience. None of these people do.
No,
none of them do. So
But
that's
I
what.
think the only people that can continue doing what they're doing would be Amazon. I think Disney
But
would be too much of a PG rated G
no,
thing to go there, so that would be a bad fit.
don't neuter the product.
Yeah.
Don't neuter it. Don't neuter it.
And you said that the TNT thing, you're probably right. Vince McMahon probably doesn't want to. He probably sees AEW as a competitor and won't allow them to do that.
Yeah. So,
So
because I guess what Vince McMahon is trying to do is like make sure that WWE is gonna last forever.
mm-hmm.
He wants to make sure, and he knows that he's just, although he is the human sex machine, I guess, he ain't gonna last forever. I mean, his face his face says it all. I'm sorry.
I don't know what the hell he did to that poor face of his.
His face says it all.
My goodness.
So after that, I mean, they'll just sell the company. My best guess would be that the Saudis are going to buy it. Saudis, look, that group of Saudi Arabians have purchased a lot of football teams, soccer teams, and they pretty much what they do. Their MO is basically because the only thing that they care about is their bottom line, which is the money coming in. That's all they care about.
And it's making a lot of money, that company, if they keep it the way it is.
That's all they care about. So what they usually do is just keep the same administration, same people. Be like, okay, you know the day-to-day things, how to handle this type of line of business. So you just stay there, keep cutting your money, but just make sure that the Quan comes back to Papa. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So just make me money. That's all. So basically, that's what it seems to be. And they are the ones that have the most money. They have money to give and give and give and give.
They wipe their asses with $100 bills.
$100 bills. If there's $1 million bill, they will wipe their behinds with it.
Well, they used to be, but they're not anymore.
Yeah, I know. But if they were still running around on the $1 million bills, they will wipe their behinds with it. Clearly. Anyways, so let's just keep talking about wrestling because I guess we got a lot of stuff. This past week, at the beginning of the week, we had what is the New Japan version of WrestleMania called Wrestle Kingdom, and an old friend from WWE who left WWE, formerly known as Sasha Banks, now known by the name of Mercedes Moné, made her debut in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And she automatically challenged for the women's world champion, Kairi, who was known as Kairi Sane in WWE. They've wrestled each other a bunch of times in WWE, so there's no love lost between them. And good luck for her and her future endeavors. I hope it all ends up good for her. Also in WWE, Seth Rollins and AJ Styles are both out with injuries. Mm-hmm. So that sucks.
That's a big blow.
Yep, that sucks. In AEW news, we got MJF. We have set up MJF versus Bryan Danielson, formerly known as Daniel Bryan, in an 1 hour Ironman match. That's going to be interesting to watch because if you all remember what I call the best Iron Man match, which would be Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels in WrestleMania, that was the best, the absolute best. Like two guys in their prime doing the best, doing what they do best, better than anybody, and just showcasing how damn good both of them are. That was the best Iron Man match, and Bryan Danielson is no slouch in the ring, and MJF is very good as well. So we'll see what happens there. And lastly, this is going to be like more of a discussion more than anything, because a lot of things have developed since last we talked. We've talked about this a lot in the podcast before about the CM Punk situation with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and the infamous All Out Scrum, or how's it now being called, Brawl Out. Because they beat the bejesus out of each other in the locker room. So Dax Harwood, a member of a tag team called FTR, released a podcast last week where he sang CM Punk's praises and like was making a case for CM Punk to come back. also, CM Punk has been posting a lot of stuff in social media lately. Basically in his stories. He doesn't do posts like he does have an Instagram, I think, which is right now his most active social media account. But in Instagram, he mostly does his fill in the stories. And he posted a picture of FTR with him like shooting a selfie while FTR was in the back. And the moment when he shot that picture, it was a moment where all the guys were about to go out in the ring on an AEW match. And they had all the belts that they had at that night because they were like champions on 3 different companies. And they had like 2 of those belts, which were the 2 belts that they had at that time. So that was too much coincidence. And also, they were using the same gear they used that night. So you're like, What was going on here? What's going on here? Then Dax Harwood in his podcast, like he's singing Punk's praises, and he's also trying like make a point to see if CM Punk could come back to AEW. Now, per the reports, and I say this like take it with a grain of salt. Per reports, people in the back don't want CM Punk back. The majority don't want CM Punk back. Even people like some veterans, like including Chris Jericho, have stated to the guys, "We're going to make sure he's not coming back. We're going to make sure." And then the last social media post that Punk did on his Instagram in the stories is him hitting the gym. Now remember, he had a broken wing in the Brawl out thing, and now he's hitting the gym. So you're like, okay, 1 + 1 = 2. You're adding numbers in your head, and it seems that Punk is plotting a comeback. It would seem that way. Now, here's the question. I went through all this spiel to pose a question which we can discuss. The Brawl out thing. Was it a work or was it a shoot? Now, you understand the 2 terms?
Yeah, was it?
Work is that they're working us. That this all was planned from the beginning. And this was just a way to get us all by the balls and lead us like the longest played a coup until they finally reveal like, oh, we got you. Or we'll have all these actions actually happen for realsies, and now we're just trying to find a middle ground to see if we can coexist in the company. Because CM Punk, look, Vince McMahon is back in the board in WWE. He's back in WWE. There ain't no chance in hell this CM Punk is going to go back to WWE now. With Vinnie Mac there, he's like, I don't know, pal. I'm not feeling you, pal. As much as Triple H would probably want to do it for what is quote-unquote best for business, Vinnie Mac is going to be like, not today, pal. So what other options in wrestling does CM Punk have available? AEW.
That's the only one, because he still has that big-ass contract, you said, right?
Exactly. AEW. Now, the problem is that he has burned bridges up the yin-yang. He has basically an island unto himself now. He has excluded himself from the rest of the world, and with only the guys of FTR, who has been the only people who have been outspoken supporting him. They are the only ones in the entire locker room that have spoken well about CM Punk ever since the whole deal happened. Everybody else is like, F him. Everybody else. So, was this a classically perfected work, or is this a shoot? What do you think?
I mean, I think it did happen. I mean, as you gave me the information, I think it did happen. But now, like you said, Vinnie Mac is back in the picture. He's going to want to play, okay, I'm sorry, I'll do better. Please let me, I want to come back. Let me do my thing. Let's work together. Let's, get it back on good terms. Because I can't go nowhere. So he's going to want to make his money somehow. He can't,
Look, and add to the fact this. Look, yes, Vince McMahon owns whatever Punk did when he was in WWE. That part, CM Punk cannot get back. Because whatever he did in WWE, that's owned by VKM or whoever buys the company later. But a good chunk of his career was in the Indies. And the best chunks of that part in the Indies was done in Ring of Honor. And guess who owns the film rights and who owns Ring of Honor now? Tony Khan. Tony Khan, the owner of AEW. So he is fucked if he does, fuck if he doesn't. Sorry again for the cursing. So he is screwed if he doesn't, screwed if he doesn't. So now, deals with the old devil that he dealt before and he knew how he double-crossed him? Or he does deal with the person who tried to do the best for him, who he screwed, mind you, by being a selfish prick, allegedly. I don't know. I mean, yeah, quote unquote. Because I'm sorry. I mean, I like the guy. As a wrestler, as an entertainer, I like him. Cause I got a CM Punk T-shirt from when he came back in 2021. I got a CM Punk T-shirt. I got one. And the day he came back to wrestling, it was one of the greatest days in wrestling. And I enjoyed that day very, very much. And I have his T-shirt. Once again, I say it because I'm a fan. But look, in this situation, in the Brawl Out situation, nobody came out looking good. The Bucks and Omega has spent, ever since they came back, in the middle of their matches, they've been making fun of CM Punk in the middle of the matches, imitating his move set or giving certain signals and whatnot. So that makes you look like a dick, like you're being a petty dick. So,
or it can make good for a good comeback.
Exactly. That's my point. That's where I'm getting at. So why would you provoke a bear if that thing, allegedly both sides are banned to talk about that stuff, allegedly, because both of them, both sides signed an agreement that we're not going to talk about this publicly, because this was under an investigation without going through a judge. It was just, like the whole social network thing with from Facebook. They just went to arbitrators and just dealt with it internally, and they didn't go to court. Kind of that deal. That's what happened with the whole Brawl Out thing. So they settled things out of court for undisclosed whatever. So we don't know how exactly what solved. We don't know what happened, and we don't know how it got solved. What we know is that the Bucks and Omega are back in TV, and CM Punk is not. But again, he's showing stuff like little hints, little breadcrumbs that he might be coming back, might be doing a comeback. So he's throwing a little bit of breadcrumbs here and there. And then, so you just start to think about, like, okay, were they working us all the time? Or was this happen for real? And they're like trying to find a way now how to reconcile the whole thing and just make money out of it. You know? And this is what happens when you've been watching wrestling for over 40 years. You just think everything is a work.
Let's look at the narrative. Say if Vince McMahon wasn't back.
Mm-hmm.
Is it, are we still looking at CM Punk working out as, maybe he's coming to WWE? He still has a contract.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. You've been watching a lot more than I have. CM Punk and more than a lot that I do. For God's sake, the last person in the era that I used to watch wrestling supposedly retired. So I don't have anyone
he
left
came back for one match. You can't say that like, oh, he's back.
No, I know. No, not John Cena. I barely watched John Cena.
Oh, by the
I'm
way,
talking about Undertaker.
you saw that bald spot that he has now?
Oh my god, dude,
God.
just shave it, dude. At that point,
Like, when I looked at it, I was like, dude, just, you look good. Like, had you seen him back in the day when he was the prototype?
yeah,
His first gimmick? Before he went to WWE, before he went to the main roster, because he had that gimmick in ring, OVH, Ohio Valley Wrestling.
I think I remember seeing it.
Yeah. He was almost Chrome Dome. He was almost Chrome.
Let's go back, dude.
So just shave the head, man. I mean, or buy some hymns, or keeps. Fuck. Like, what?
Hymns are for a whole different thing, buddy.
No, but there are some hymns also for hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah,
of the people that you're gonna say, "Oh, buy some hymns," are not thinking that.
No. I know
hair.
it's for the minkia.
Here we go.
Joey
Good
D. Joey D comes back again. So yeah. But going back to the Punk thing and the whole, if it work or a shoot, I think it was a shoot, that it did happen, but that maybe cooler heads will prevail and they realize that they can make money out of this situation. It's happened before in wrestling. There was a case where Booker T and Batista actually legitimately hated each other's guts, and to the point that they fought in the middle of filming a commercial for WrestleMania or for SummerSlam. I don't remember. They beat the crap out of each other, and it was more Batista getting on his high horse because he was filled with ego because the company was pushing him up the yin yang, but he was disrespecting Booker T, who was an actual veteran who had been wrestling for a minute, and Booker T took him to town. Booker T took him to town. And
he missed Batista. He was a good wrestler.
So, but here where I'm going at with it. So it was an actual situation that escalated, and yet Vince McMahon put them both on his NFL office, and like, okay, people know what happened. Let's make some money out of this. Like, you don't gotta like each other. I'm not asking you guys to like each other, but the time honored code in wrestling is that whatever beef we have, we don't take that to the ring. In the ring, we treat each other with profession. We trust each other with our bodies, and whatever beef we have it outside of the ring. And here, we're going to treat each other like gentlemen and professionally. And they did. To the point, I won't say that they're best friends now, but I think they're civil to towards each other now. And they managed to make money out of the situation. So I think that I don't know if we're going to get to that level with the whole CM Punk thing, because he burned a lot of damper. Have you seen the Brawl Out media scrum yet?
No.
Oh, my God. Like, the verbal tirade that man unleashed is like, okay, so scorch earth. Scorch earth, man. Like, there was not a grain left in the whole thing. He burned everybody. And right in front of the owner. And that was what amazing. He emasculated. He cut Tony Khan's tree and dingleberries. He cut it off clean. Like, he just jumped all over him and even interrupted him. It's like, okay, that's how you're going to treat your boss. Like, okay, so I know how you treat that boss of yours, because you know he's naive. So that shows how naive that boy is, that doesn't know how to deal with people.
Obviously, you also got to look at, this is where I'm looking at it too. If I was a boss and you just laid me out like that, do you think you're going to still have a job?
Boy, that would have been happened to me. I'm like, okay, the first time he interrupted, okay, this interview is over. And they were like, you and me, we're going to talk right now in the back. The first time he interrupted me, like, okay, interview over. You and me, going in the back right now.
CM Punk that good to keep.
Like, I'm sorry. You got to respect the titles here. Who's the one who's signing your checks, man?
And I understand you can look at the Austin and McMahon, but that was played out. They did that on purpose.
Yeah, but and in reality, Vince and Austin have no issues towards one another whatsoever.
None at all.
On the contrary,
a ton of interviews. I mean, at least from what I heard, that Austin loves McMahon.
Yes, he owns his life right now. His lifestyle that he has right now, he owns it to Vince.
Did you watch the Taker interview too?
Well,
the last ride, the thing on Peacock.
Yeah. No, I saw it back in DR, I think.
Well, I watched it when I got Peacock, and another one. When if McMahon says he wants me there, and I'm there.
He just has to put the bat signal on top, and that's it. He goes.
That's it. And his wife is like, he's always gonna do what McMahon wants him to do.
Yep. That's when Vince told him you're gonna lose the streak. He was like, "Yes, sir."
But he questioned who it was gonna be to. He wanted to lose it to Reigns.
Yeah, because he wanted to give a guy
who needed it.
Because
Lesnar didn't need that.
Absolutely not. But that's apples and oranges.
But
right
that's now. But anyway, I do have one subject.
Okay.
That I just saw.
Is it wrestling? It
has to do with sports.
Okay,
no, it's not wrestling.
Okay, let me add this one because it's still wrestling related. Then we can go. Cool. You remember this? You probably don't know him because that's probably from the period that you stopped watching. But there was a wrestler called Paul London. He was like back in the 06, 07s, something like that. So
I have to look at his face.
He was I think Brian Kendrick was his tag partner. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Well, Paul London. Well, the fact that you don't know him is perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect because this gets to the point across. This gets the point across perfectly. The fact you don't remember him gets the point across perfectly. Anyway, Paul London revealed in an interview that he will return to WWE to work on the Royal Rumble event only if they pay him $1 million in advance. Like the balls on this guy. like, are you like who are you again?
42 years old.
Like, who are you again? Like, I'm sorry, no disrespect to him. He's a wrestler. He's been around, but
he won the tag team titles.
Yes,
and the world tag team titles and the cruiserweight championship.
Yes.
Put respect on his name.
Yes, but in the grand scheme of things, do you remember his ass?
No. Look up who the hell he was.
Exactly.
He hasn't been in the ring. He hasn't been in WWE since 2008.
Exactly. Oh yeah, because he was fired after the whole.
His contract was up and never renewed it.
No, but the thing that didn't do him no favors was with the Vince McMahon. There was an angle that Vince McMahon filmed his own death, that his car blew up, and everybody should have had like a somber look in his face, and this dude was like smiling like the Joker. Wow. With the stupid shit ass creating grin.
Yes, he's gone.
Like he's gonna die. So that didn't do him any favors. And after that, I mean, the whole angle was scrapped because of the whole Chris Benoit thing happened immediately afterwards. So they had to scrap the whole Vince McMahon dying thing. But anyways, the whole thing is that the balls on this guy asking $1 million. like, I'm sorry, you did good. Believe me, you did good. You won more titles than Coco Beware, and he's in the Hall of Fame. So you did good. But again,
won more titles than the Hurricane. What are you talking about?
Again, nobody remembers you. Like, there are a few of us that do, yes. But then, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not like you hit. Like, I mean, I bet your ass that people remember more Chris Masters or Carlito Caribbean Cool than you. People will remember those two names more than you.
I think I remember Chris Masters.
Yes, the bodybuilding dude, the dude with the pecs that just move jiggly, 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 jiggly.
Might do that, and all I have to do is laugh.
So yeah, this Paul London guy, like, oh dude, like, were you hitting that table with Tony Montana at all that Colombian blow?
Shit.
Were you inhaling all that Colombian blow like Tony Montana? Like, wait, let me get a hit on that. Ah.
Oh,
Anyway,
that dude got one wrestling thing.
what?
So former wrestling star Mandy Rose says she made $500,000 on fan time since she's been fired.
We're in the money. That woman ain't hurting. All I can
Not
tell you.
at all.
That woman ain't hurting. And the fact that she got fired just got all the little fanboys like, oh, so I can see all of that naked?
It's coming. She
I
says that she's willing. She's looking into making an OnlyFans.
Like
what? Because OnlyFans don't have. It's a website that doesn't restrict you from posting naked.
Yeah, because her stuff is like blurry.
Yeah, this fan time, I think, what she's on has restrictions that you can't show anything. Like the one that Nia Jax is on and CJ Perry, they're on, called like Army or something like that. You can't post anything on there.
Exactly. It's more like giving you a tease.
Yeah. OnlyFans, you get the whole thing.
No. Oh, I know. Not by experience. It's because I've heard the stories. Like there was a chick in DR who is like a pop singer. You would call her a pop singer, but she sings merengue and all that. Her name is La Materialista. I don't know if you heard of her. Anyways, she's big in DR. She did an OnlyFans. The problem with that is that phones have this record screen thing. And people in WhatsApp just spread all over.
Well, you could screenshot anything too. I mean, there's disclaimers. A lot of these people now put disclaimers. If you copy my stuff, there will be legal actions, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no, but that in DR don't work, man.
Well, yeah, no.
In DR, that don't work. So they just, like, everybody in the island got a whiff of all what she was showing. And believe me, she left nothing to the imagination. She left absolutely nothing to the imagination. Every nook and cranny on that one. You saw every nook and cranny on that one. Without you even wanting to. You didn't even ask for it. The people just, if you were in a WhatsApp group and there were males in that group, guess what? You're getting this video whether you like it or not. Because we're going to spread the word. We're going to be spreading that word. And you're going to watch this video whether you want to or not. And boy, when I got that video, I was like, why? I did not ask to see a glory ass.
You didn't have to play it, dude. You didn't have to play it.
Oh, I didn't.
You did it.
It's just...
It could be sent to you, but you have to hit the play button.
Well, I deleted it.
Okay.
I deleted it. But still... The first image that comes to my mind when that thing hit was like a butthole. Just looking at you like that third eye looking at
chocolate starfish.
That chocolate starfish looking at you. Like, hey, how are you?
How you doing? Wink, wink.
No, like Beetlejuice. Like, remember when he showed up? Hey, how are you? Oh, Christ almighty.
But I do have one. It's baseball. And I just want to get your expertise on it. So Trevor Bauer, who was formerly on the Dodgers, was released. Because...
Isn't that the dude that beat the living daylights out of his girl?
Exactly. In 2021... He basically, woman got temporarily domestic violence restraining order on this dude, but this dude physically and sexually assaulted her on 2 separate occasions, and then sodomized her without her consent, punched her in the face, choked her to the point of unconsciousness. So finally, this came out. She went to emergency room and San Diego, blah, blah, blah. It's a story that's been around for a while. So, recently, his, what am I going to say? Recently, his suspension was lessened to 100, I think it was like 94 days, and it was supposed to be bigger than that.
But.
So now he can play. Baseball. But the Dodgers released him.
So the question is.
The question is how fucked up do you got to be as a team, knowing he's good and he's a very good pitcher because he has I think the Dodgers are eating like $28 million. How fucked up as a team do you have to be to go say, he did his dues. Let me go, we can sign him.
Well, we're going to find out in a minute. We're going to find out. And as Kevin Hart would say, we're going to learn today.
We're going to learn today. But what scares me the most is that he put out on Twitter is, it looks like the Yankees need a fifth starter.
Oh, my God. No. Look, I don't care how desperate we are for good pitching. We do not need to go to that route.
There's people out there that put him in a Yankee uniform.
Ew. No.
Just like they put remember when I told you I was gonna fucking snap heads if I see Judge in an other than a Yankee uniform. And the first thing I did when I go on Facebook after that podcast, I see him in a goddamn Red Sox uniform.
Well, he didn't end up there, so.
Well, thanks to Steinbrenner, reining in his father's, nah, you ain't going nowhere. But how do you feel about these sports people doing domestic violence, and you think you have so much clout that you just think you can just be on any team?
No. No. I mean, I believe in second chances and forgiveness and whatnot, but not if you have this hoity-toity attitude like, well, who's gonna sign me? And even they're having the audacity to call your shot and just automatically assume you're gonna be in pinstripes.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, no. And that kind of crap don't fly here. No. Even Johnny Damon, when he went to the Yankees, he looked like damn Conan the Barbarian in the Red Sox. And guess what? He had to shave all that crap out and get that damn haircut. Because guess what? You're a Yankee now, bitch.
Yankees don't play with that shit.
Yankee don't play that. The only facial hair you are allowed is to have a mustache, and a short one at that. Well, unless you're Don Mattingly.
So he was supposed to serve a 324 game suspension,
and he only served like 94 of those. 90 something.
194.
And how much he served?
194 out of 324. So it says April 29, 2022, the league announced that Bauer will be suspended for 324 games as a result of their investigation, which later was reduced to 194. Now we're talking about this guy literally in 2020 was a Cy Young leader, was an all MLB first team, and led in an ERA leader in 2020. The dude is lights out. But what do you do?
I don't know, my dude. All I can say is that we don't touch this dude, please. Like any other team, you can have him, and God bless. I mean, I don't doubt his talents. But once again, this is going back to the Ezra Miller thing in the beginning.
And I wanted to say it there, but we would have.
Yeah, it would have been out of place. But still, It has to do with the same thing. It's the same issue. Talent is one thing. Being an asshole is another. And talent don't substitute being an asshole. Now, like Ty Cobb was one of the greatest ball players ever, but was a crap of a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Was the crappiest human being ever walked.
Bad shit from him.
Oh, dude. You ain't even heard the half of it. You know that he used to file his cleats so he can just stab people with it?
Yeah, when he slid in.
And that's not even the harm. He was a racist. It was a bunch of other stuff that he did that is no bueno that we can't even touch. Because, like, in this day of cancel culture, his behind would have been canceled 20,000 times.
Dude would be buried.
And he's in the Hall of Fame.
Well,
now, in terms of his athletic endeavor and his abilities in the diamond field, yes, but is he a good human being, or was he a good human being? Hell no. So, like, yeah, you can separate certain things, but I'm sorry, I draw the line with wife beating. Or girlfriend beating in this case. I don't know if they were married.
And there's a guy on the Yankees. Well, two of them. Well, one of them is a free agent now. I don't think he's going to be signed anymore. But I mean, they did an investigation. They didn't even find anything. So who knows what happened with that player? But with this guy, Trevor Bauer, they did the investigation and they found him guilty. But here's this tweet. Kind of looks like the Yankees can use some pitching. Interesting.
No, thank you.
I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole.
No, thank you. And I think the Steinbrenners have enough common sense to say no to that. I believe that they have enough common sense.
But they put this dude, look at him. They put this fucking dude in a Yankee uniform. What are you thinking?
Who did that?
You can't see it now, but.
Well, who did that?
I don't know, but it's like, really, dude? Like, no. And don't be putting our name in your mouth on our tweet. We don't want you. There's physical evidence that you beat the living hell out of this woman, not once, not twice. It's probably more than 4 or 5 times.
So that's a no.
Look at what happened to Ray Rice. Why do you think you can come back to baseball?
Like, again, just no. Just no. Like, no. Hail to the no.
Go play in the Mexico League if you want to, or go play back in Japan if they want to take you, because Japan probably won't take you either.
Man, I just don't know. All I do know is that the Yankees ain't going to sign his ass.
What pissed me off is that he put his name. Oh, it looks like the Yankees need. No, motherfucker, we don't want you.
Like, no amount of talent can cover the fact that you beat the daylights out of your woman, your ex-woman, I would imagine now.
I believe they met.
Oh God. Anyways, I hate that we have to end on a sourpuss note like that, but yeah, you're not welcome. I mean, ask the Mets. I don't know.
I would hope that the Mets wouldn't do that.
Yes, like no New York teams. Thank you.
No team should go after this guy.
Thank God Jersey ain't got a team.
But
maybe we go to Philly or Pittsburgh. I don't know, but not here. Not here. Not here. I don't think even the Red Sox would want your ass. Not even the Red Sox would be like, no, we're not taking you, son. No, sorry.
It just make me hate the Red Sox even more.
I don't know. I don't think they would. No. I don't think any East Coast or West Coast team would take. Maybe probably the guys in the middle. I don't know. I don't think any East Coast or West Coast team would want to put a touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, there was more women that came out of nowhere. So during the MLB investigation, a third accuser came forward.
Jesus. Oh,
allegedly
sweet
abused
Jesus.
during his time with the Indians.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
He played for the Indians
before the
2013
Dodgers.
To 2019.
Then he went to the Dodgers, and then
he
ruined his life.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think on a good note, we're back. It's a new year.
Yeah. What is this? This series from Canada, Trailer Park Boys.
Never heard of it.
There's this one character called Ricky. He has an expression. What comes around is all around. I think it's very apropos for this dude. Oh, I never thought I would use Rickyisms in the Husky Weapon podcast. But hey, we give promotions free to
That's all we do.
Joey Diaz.
Joey Diaz. Bro, if you're listening somehow.
And Bernie Mac.
Hit us up, man.
And Bernie Mac as well.
Oh, Bernie Mac is, he's always watching us. He's watching from above.
From above. If his estate wants to talk to us. But now we add Ricky-isms to this.
Help us out, brother. Come on down.
What goes around is all around. See, we have to end it on a positive note.
There you go.
We have to end it on a positive note. So, yeah, we're back here in 2023. Hopefully, we're going to get some changes in the positive side for this podcast. We're going to go, grow. That's the goal for this year, grow. Not so much not only in audience, but grow like in exposure and stuff like promotions. Like we want to grow this thing because we enjoy doing this. We really do. We like doing this, and we're happy to do it. And you just want to see that the fruit of your labor or your work, that your work actually produces fruit. It produces a bountiful return. So we're not doing
2 weeks that we were off.
It felt like 3. It was like more
empty.
like 3. Well, it was more
3?
like 3. Yeah, it was more like 3.
We took off Christmas. No, we did the Christmas before.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the week before Christmas. We did that one. Then we missed Christmas that week.
And then New Year's.
And then New Year's that week. So we came back 2 weeks.
Okay. But anyways, we got a lot of stuff that we want to do for this year. So hopefully we can grow this thing. I'll be moving out from a current location in Geekville. Still within Geekville. But
we gotta do one more show there.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do one more live before the move to the new location, which will hopefully it will be more beneficial. It will be in a lot of in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, personally for me, I'll be able to sleep.
Well, I think your sleep has to do with all other things too, but we're not gonna get
but
get all personal here.
But having people blasting music till 3 a.m. in the morning doesn't help either.
No, it doesn't. No.
And also add to the fact that they also add karaoke to the.
Are they good at least?
Are you kidding me? It sounded like cats being run over by a flattening machine.
Oh, man.
Sorry
That's
for the
some
audio.
good stuff, man.
Sorry for the audio and visual aid.
Some good stuff, man.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's hence why I told you that last night. I was cussing up a storm when my daughter heard it, because I was just furious. I was like, I have a certain level of tolerance to things, but I have a headache to the size of Texas right now, and I've been having this headache for a minute, and it's because I don't sleep, because all the flu symptoms have gone away. So this headache is still lingering. It's still there. So it's either glasses that I need again, which, by the way, I got new glasses last year. So, or my eyesight is the most fucked up thing under God's green earth, or I'm not getting enough oxygen in my brain.
Or all the above.
Mm-hmm. It could be any of those, but Anyway, studies have been done. Sorry to spill a little personal crap here. Don't mean to have people be like, "Oh, poor husky Bible, poor teddy bear, poor Papa Bear." I'm
Or
sorry.
you.
Oh, poor Papa Bear. Here. There, little pat in the head. This balding head.
Got more hair than me.
For now. For now. Anyways, so yeah, 2023. The mission is grow this thing in every way, shape, or form. We've talked internally about what we want out of this, and hopefully this year we'll start seeing some fruit on that end. But in the meantime, we're gonna keep being us, being your Husky Barboos, because that's what we are. It's like the other night, although I've lost 50 pounds. Allegedly, which is nothing to be intimidated of, but still 50 pounds.
50
Wow.
pounds is 50 pounds.
It's 50 pounds. So it's like, that's a lot. That's a lot. Anyways, so yeah, this has been 101 of 2023 of the Husky Bible podcast. This has been Ariel.
This has been John.
And remember our website, huskybiblepod.com. Also remember our social medias, Husky Bible Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Our personal social media, mine's that Ariel Duran on Instagram and Twitter. Jonathan.
Johnny Boy 426 on Instagram.
Yeah, so follow us there and
T Public.
Oh yeah,
remember to go buy our stuff.
Yeah. Buy the T-shirts. I'm gonna be working on new designs. So those of you who are not aguiluchos, I'm thinking about you guys. Okay, so I'm thinking about the other remaining teams on DR. So hopefully we will get all that stuff soon up there, and you will buy those and help a brother out. So once again, Husky Babu Pod. This has been Ariel,
John,
and you shall hear of us next week when you
maybe
get your chance, God willing. So take care, peoples.
Have a good week, everybody. Peace out.
Bye.